Hi class, welcome to Module 4. In this module, we'll continue uh, the story of America. Last module, we ended on the Constitution. While this module, we're going to pick up with the first administration, and of course I'm talking about George Washington, but we'll go in more detail regarding this new nascent government, this new nascent country. By the way, nascent is another term for brand new or a newness. We'll also talk about George Washington and his first cabinet, including Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton. In addition, during the first part, we'll talk about President Thomas Jefferson, and we'll talk about Jeffersonian America. In the Canvas course, I'll just go through like I do in prior introductions. You have PDFs, your required readings with primary sources in a Young Republic, and you have some sources. This is just a description of the time period. You have a source of Alexander Hamilton versus Thomas Jefferson on popular rule. And these are their ideas and their thoughts on popular rule in America. Once again, you have Alexander Hamilton versus Thomas Jefferson over the clash over states' rights, and they have different opinions on that. Let's go back. You have primary sources in this PDF, Jeffersonian Republic, Jeffersonian America also, with the prologue giving a brief description of the time period. And you have a primary source regarding Napoleon deciding to dispose of Louisiana. You would know that, of course, as the Louisiana Purchase. We have a primary source regarding Jefferson stretches the Constitution to buy Louisiana. And the last primary source for this PDF is a Spanish official warns of American expansion. The Spanish official will warn that he sees the United States growing and Spain should be aware of it, if not a little threatened by it. So it's a really good primary source. Okay, so that's part A of the readings. You have a reading quiz, just like usual, on September 14th, which is Monday by 11:59 p.m. You have two video podcasts, i.e. lectures, which will go into more detail regarding the first administration, George Washington, and as I mentioned, and also Jeffersonian democracy. Part B of the module, once again, we have some more readings here. We have Mass Democracy and Manifest Destiny. And then the second reading is a source, and I'm gonna click on that right now, is Davy Crockett Advises Politicians. This is one of my favorite primary sources. I know I say that every week, but this is a source written by Davy Crockett explaining how to be a politician. And as you read this source, because it'll be the same source you use for your primary source analysis this week, this module, I want you to think about, does this sound familiar to politicians today? If you think about it, you'll see a lot of similarities. So some great primary sources for you to read this week, and you do need to read them, right? It's part of the class, and it'll help out during the reading quizzes and also for your analysis and video post at the end of the module. Okay, so there's the readings. You have part B, a module quiz, reading quiz B, which is due by Tuesday at 11:59. Here's the two video podcasts, lectures. And this module, you have a primary source analysis. So you started off 2 weeks ago with a primary source analysis that you got to pick. Was in Middleburger and American Husbandry. Last week or last module, you had a secondary source written by a historian regarding the founding fathers and the real reason they created the Constitution. We're going back to the primary source. And then once again, this is the document by Davy Crockett. So take your time, read the source, and do your best regarding the primary source analysis as a Word document uploaded by Tuesday at 11:59, September 15th. And then just like the last module, at the end, you'll have a weekly analysis post via Flipgrid, which is due by Wednesday, 11:59, with a reply to a fellow student due by the latest Thursday at 11:59. So you can kind of see the pattern, and this will be the way modules are laid out from this point forward, other than the last week where we're going to focus on a project, and I'll talk about that later. So that's about it. This is a really good module. I think they all are. But I just want to stress We're close to the halfway point. I know it's zooming by, especially since that last module is not, it's more dedicated to a project I'm gonna be having you do. So keep up with the readings. Watch out with missing assignments. Remember, I don't accept late work. It's not fair to the class. So I don't make any exceptions to that. So you want to make sure you have your stuff in on time because it's easy, really, really easy to lose that A or that B or even that C because you just start to let things slide. So I want to stress, keep on top of everything, turn in stuff early if you can so you don't have to worry about it, and you should do fine. That's about it. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next module. Bye.